I'm going on YouTube too. Why? Because I love to complicate my life.
Going live on Instagram.
Let's see. Get ready for an awesome Wild Women with Wine.
Oh, bandwidth
As I
challenge.
find my YouTube, that would be nice.
And Karen disappeared.
YouTube.
All right. So a couple people popping in here.
She comes walking down the street.
But I'm not getting Karen.
Just
so
singing to myself.
In Florida. Hi, Christopher.
Oh, hi.
You by your name and what
don't
do you
give up
what
on
do you
me.
like to be called on here?
Don't
Should I
give
just call
up
you
on me, baby.
Hercules?
Okay, going live here.
So I don't know what's happening
Going
here,
here
on Karen's end. Let me double check.
Would you ever make out with a young girl for $1 million? I'd do it for a lot less than that. Wow, nice twerking. Thanks, Andy. Let me tell you, it's a workout. That is a workout. I'm waiting for Dr. Nan. She's coming here, I promise. No, it's not. Hi.
Hi.
There she is.
How are you?
I'm good. Do you ever feel like a complex that you're always on the bottom? Do you like to be a bottom or a top?
Oh, that's a good question. Do I like to be a bottom or a top? I think it depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
I know. I agree with this. So
I'm happy. I'm happy with both positions.
Because you know why? Because we're Libras.
True.
That's why.
It's like the balancing act. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I'm present, you know.
It always helps to be present. I got a little. I believe it's a cab. It's a really good cab.
I'm drinking
from
a
Cougar.
cab too.
Nice. This has got Cougar wineries.
Cougar?
Yeah. I don't know if you could see that.
Seriously.
There is
Cougar
actually
winery.
a Cougar winery. It's down by Temecula.
They should be our sponsor.
I you know what? They should. What do you?
Yeah.
By the way,
I think we should send them a letter. What?
Oh my goodness! I had so many questions, and they're all gone. I think.
Oh no!
Oh
shoot!
I had a ton.
Oh, Christopher likes Shiraz. I like that too. I like the petite Shiraz. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I could still find those other ones. I'm going to put you on hold for a second to see if I can find.
Okay. Right. So
it could have been.
As we're checking in, everybody, let us know where you're from. It's always kind of curious.
Cam on this live. Yeah, where is everybody from? And also, what happened to our questions? We had so many good questions. If you guys were any of the ones that gave us the questions, I have a couple here. Okay. Would you rather fuck a stranger or give him a blowjob? I think we had this question before anyway.
Did we?
We did.
I have to think about, I mean, what, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it so depends on the person and what the heat is, you
right.
know, where you are.
I think, I mean, if it was for like money, I would rather fuck rather than have to put someone else's dick in my mouth and who knows where that thing's been.
Well, but you can put a condom on.
Good point. I didn't think of that. Okay, I may revise that.
Why do you think they make flavored condoms?
Oh, never thought of that. Never thought of that.
I don't think that you have taste buds in your vagina.
Oh, I never thought about that. Oh, that's a good question. Well, I had another question that I was saving for this.
Okay.
And, well, it's a question about underwear. My husband says he doesn't need to change his underwear daily. What are the usual rules for male hygiene? Well,
Change your underwear daily.
who doesn't change their underwear daily? And so the person that answered said, you made it all the way to marriage and only now are just figuring this out?
Really? Really? You clearly have not been checking underneath the hood.
Really? So anyway,
Yeah.
let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find the questions. I'm gonna check it out if I can.
Somebody says that's just nasty.
Totally
I mean,
nasty.
you know, have good hygiene, especially if you ever want a blowjob.
All right, let me find it. See if I can figure out a way to find those.
Even Christopher said, "Got to change them every day."
Well, like really, that's so repulsive. I mean, come on, there's all kinds of stuff that ends up in there.
I heard of somebody when they were camping, they would just turn them inside out and wear them again.
Oh. All right, I just want to talk about that. I'd like to speak to you. I finally submitted to twerking, you know, as it was. I made the declaration when Biden won that I would twerk if Biden won. It's official that he did win in Georgia, and in my mind it's official already since he won. So I'm getting a lot of questions as to, you know, what song I was going to twerk to. I said I will let the listeners and viewers decide. They all said the same one, which is WAP, as in wet ass pussy. Yeah. And there is like a whole choreographed dance, you know, that she did in the video, Cardi B. So I had to memorize that dance, and I'm telling you, that's a workout. And I did not. I mean, even after like many tries, I didn't feel like it was nearly as good as most of the people that I was watching. But it was a good try, and I'm proud of myself for even attempting it because it was no easy feat.
I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. Yeah.
So
I haven't seen your video yet. Have you put it out?
Oh yeah, it's on TikTok. Yeah.
I'll be checking.
Check it out on check it out on the TikTok. Where is everybody here? Oh, I know what the problem is.
I mean, I can shake my ass, but I haven't been able to get the twerk down. I haven't spent a lot of time trying though.
Oh my God, I hit it on the wrong account. No wonder I wasn't getting any honey on here. All right, where was I? I'm having like one of those weird days. You know, like you spend the whole day trying to fix something and it never gets fixed. Like I was trying to figure out like why in the infinite wisdom of Facebook did they try, they have limited all my ability to post because there was a couple posts that I made that were not up to their sexual community standards. I don't know what exactly.
Really?
Yeah, I guess I was just a bad girl because I, you know, talked about ways to have wild sex. I don't know, that really upset them. So what can I say? Anyway.
So Christopher's telling me I have a really developed tushy. So the problem the problem with a muscular butt is it doesn't move that much. You know?
Yeah.
When Mark spanks me, it hurts his hand because I have too much muscles in my ass.
And when I'm always getting told by my boyfriend Deez that it's the way you slap. It's a certain way, and because when I try to slap, I always hurt my hand. It's a technique.
So there's a story. There's a great story about a couple, and the woman was really wanting to be spanked during, you know, she's like, just, you know, hit my ass, just hit my ass. And so she's telling her boyfriend, he's like, no, I can't. And she's on her hands and knees, and she's going, come on, smack my ass. And he's going, no. And then finally he goes, okay. And he punches her.
And yeah, that's not smacking. That's punching. That's not nice.
No.
That's not nice at all. All right, so I'm just going to throw it out there, considering the fact that I did lose. I went to try to find all the questions that I had, and I feel really bad about this, but I did lose them all. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know how that happened even, but I did lose the questions. So,
Damn.
oh well.
Do you remember any of them?
Of course not. That would be a negative. No, I did not remember any of them.
Well, then I want to talk a little bit about shame tonight.
Oh, right. You
Because
had an agenda. Thank you. I watched that TED Talk. Thank you very much for that.
Good stuff, huh?
Yeah, I actually think I have seen that before. It was not the first time I've seen that, but it's again the blaming of the victim constantly. It just makes me sick. It just blame, you know, and I don't even like to blame anybody, but you certainly don't blame the victim. Anyway.
No. I mean, it's, and I think that's where women have been failed, you know, is that women have been blamed for all of their mistreatment. You know, if you're abused and you don't leave, you're blamed. If you're raped, you're blamed. What the first
Why
thing
were you
that
provoking it?
What were you wearing? Yeah, where were you? Well, why were you there?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Well, that's what it's about.
As if where you are determines whether you should be able to be safe.
Right. It's
you know, I mean,
sickening.
there's a real problem with that. And then we get into, you know, oh, okay. And so then a woman is sexual, and then all of a sudden she's slut shamed, or a man is sexual and he's player shamed. So we do this. We have, it's always like there's always a judgment about what people do.
I say we
throw
out all the judgments out there. Just throw that shit out.
Let's do that.
Let's throw it all out.
Let's do that. Just put that crap out of there. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I my work with women for the last 15 years all over the world has all been related to shame.
Yeah. Do you have any shame?
You know, when I No. No,
you guys and girls that are on my Instagram and YouTube, do you guys think do you have any shame? Do you carry around any shame? Or do you judge people based on what they wear? You know, if they're wearing something very provocative, does that mean that they deserve to have whatever's coming to them? Or do you believe that we can do whatever we want, whether it's a G-string? I mean, literally, I do get nervous when I get nervous when people see women walking around in G-strings, even at our pool. I'm thinking, I'm scared someone might rape them. I don't know. I have an inner fear of that.
Well, why would what they're wearing encourage somebody to rape them? I mean, how is that?
I'm just saying, that scares me that they walk around like that, because we've been conditioned all our lives that it's not appropriate to walk around like that, and that if you do, you know, you're asking for trouble. So obviously it's not good.
There's an artistic display in New York City, at least there was, called What She Was Wearing.
Oh.
And they interviewed all these rape victims, and they had pictures of what they were wearing, and they went out and they bought clothes like that, and they created these displays of the clothes that people were wearing when they were raped.
Wow.
The hardest part of that, first of all, there was no slutty clothes. Okay, there was a nursing uniform, scrubs. There were sweats and sweatshirts. But the hardest one was and I'm gonna cry.
Oh, no crying.
Tiny pink dress.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, this child was raped. How the hell can you say she asked for it? You know, rape isn't about the victim, it's about the perpetrator.
Of course.
And people who rape want to destroy.
Yeah.
It's not
sexual. It's just a violent act. So to lighten it up.
Okay.
You know, I always like to lighten it up. We have a question here from Adam. Adam asks, do cougars like pegging? Like, okay, so I'm going to answer this question, Adam, in a sense that cougars are just confident older women. So I can't answer if Nancy likes pegging. I can't answer if, you know, Betsy likes pegging. I can only answer if I like pegging, you know? I mean, I can't really answer for the rest of the world. I can say though that I've never been with a partner who pegged me. So that's all I got to say about that.
It's about you doing the pegging.
Oh, maybe that's why I've never been with a partner that pegged me. I don't know.
You don't need a partner to peg you.
I got enough holes. I got enough holes. I don't need it. Anyway, Adam, I'm curious as to why.
That was such a blonde.
I just got my hair highlighted, so I'm going to act even more spacey. And I'm drinking wine with very little to eat today, which is not helping this cause. But Adam, why do you ask about
makes for better entertainment?
Adam, question. Why do you ask if cougars like pegging? I'm curious. And let's see. Cruz says, I think women should wear whatever they want. The man should know the woman will not show herself away. I mean, I imagine, I guess it's saying she can do whatever she wants. I agree.
Well, I have to tell you, Mark and I have had many conversations on this topic because men are taught to interpret incorrectly. Men are taught that when women dress sexy, that they're trying to seduce them.
Right, and I think
so
cougars get a bad rap because of that. Because,
right,
I mean, ever since I've always dressed sexy, especially on Halloween. My favorite day to dress sexy all year. I've always been. People will walk and go, "Oh, I actually heard a guy go, oh, there's a cougar." Now, why? Why can't any woman of any age dress any way they want without being labeled as something negative or even provocative? Because I always thought that, you know, the reputation is that cougars are preying on somebody when in fact it's quite the opposite.
Well, let me tell you how much I've been slut shamed on social media.
Oh.
If I post a sexy picture and somebody sends me a dick pic or makes a really crude comment, I am blown away by the number of people who justify their comments because of what I was wearing.
Right.
It's like, what? Why the fuck does
they can send a dick pic because you decided to express yourself. Express yourself.
Right. Yeah. It's like, so men need to understand that how women dress or what kind of picture they post is about her feeling free and confident and courageous, not about you at all. If you enjoy it, you don't enjoy it, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter.
I'm sure there's times in your life, it's the times in your life where you like to dress sexy and post pictures that are sexy and times that you don't. I don't like if people join my Patreon and they're like, I'm disappointed because you didn't show sexy pictures. I mean, I never said it. It's clear as day in the front paragraph of my Patreon that I am not a porn star and that do not accept anything naked. If I want to put a picture that I wouldn't put on Facebook, because, you know, Facebook, they won't let me post anything right now. But if I wanted to put a picture like that on my Patreon, it's because I want to do that. Because I think it's fun. That's all. Cougars are fair game when they used to be considered forbidden fruits. Ronnie, what do you mean by that? Fair game.
What?
I think he meant before he wouldn't have approached a girl that's older, and now he feels like it's okay to do that, which I agree. It's just being assertive. I get it. I hear you. Nancy's already getting her feathers ruffled up there like there's no tomorrow.
So I on my Patreon, I have posted a couple of nudes, but they're pictures my husband took of me that I consider really beautiful art. And
I know she's just trying to get more patrons right now, guys. Don't think it's well, let me think. But Karenlee's, no, don't go with Karen's because hers are going to be fully clothed in a nun's outfit, where Nancy's going to be completely naked because it was artistic because her husband took it. Which one are you going to go with?
But I mean, it's like they're beautiful. You know, they're,
Yeah.
I cried when I saw them because that wasn't how I saw myself.
Really?
And so, yeah, it could be, I mean, the pictures my husband takes of me, sometimes I don't recognize myself in them because I feel like I'm seeing myself through his eyes. Because when I look
he's
in
a
the
good
mirror,
photographer too, probably. Of course.
well, he is, but he also knows, he knows the ones to quickly delete.
I mean, I had a naked picture of myself from I don't even know how many years ago, and I hid it in a hidden folder on my photos. It
Yeah.
was like the thumbnail for my hidden folder. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It was the thumbnail. I'm like, what?
That doesn't do anything.
What if my kids are scrolling in through the, looking for a picture, family photo? What the hell is that? It's supposed to be hidden, not the thumbnail for the hidden.
Well,
Man.
I have to tell you, nobody gets my phone and can get that.
Well, I'm just
saying,
a lot of sometimes I'm doing work. Sometimes I want, sometimes I want someone to take a picture of me, him on my phone. Who knows? I'm just saying, I didn't need to see that on a hidden folder. All right, question. How long do you feel the attraction lasting? Here's a question. How long do you feel the attraction lasting? Rob, that was an extremely ambiguous question that you need to clarify. Adam answered the question as to why he asked the pegging. He said he loves kink and older women. Pretty simple. Okay. Either you identify as snow bunnies. What is that again? Is that white women that date black men? Is that what that is? Andy? I only know a few terms. I'm actually learning.
I honestly cringe when I hear those kind of labels.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call myself a snow bunny. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. Hear me roar. Okay. I'm off the deep end right now, but that's why you love me. Let's see.
Thank you, Christopher.
Dick pics take courage. Oh, dick pics take courage, Don. What are they paying you for? What? Oh, what are they paying? Are you getting paid for your dick pics, Don? I don't think so. Let's see. Mimic.
Yeah, dick pics are like a dime an inch.
Okay. Here's a question from Mimic Correct, which I have a question as to how you came up with the screen name Mimic Correct. But he or she asked, how should I show a cougar? I'm interested in body language. Oh, we'll be right back. BYB. You know what time?
This chair spins.
Woo! Fuck Games Day. All right, fuck Games Day, Cougars. Not available. Great little holiday gift for yourself or for your friends. How basically this chapter is all about that question. Body language is in there. Everything you want to know about Cougars are afraid to ask. Basically, pay attention to body language. Become a student of body language, actually. And I think that would help you a lot. I think that actually shows more. Body language. I think it shows more than verbal.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, it is proven that body language is more than about 80% of communication. So facial expression, micro expressions, and body language. So that's why internet and texting is so fraught with misunderstandings.
It happens constantly. Bryson,
can't get it all. Hi, Bryson.
Let's see. What an idiot! What? Oh, okay. Mimic Cracked is an old gamer tag. Did you buy the chair from Costco? No, I bought this chair literally. Must be. I think it was my first office chair, and it has come with me through several homes at least 6 different homes that I've lived in the last 20 years. So I don't know where the hell I actually do. I think the store went out of business and it's not in the best of shape, but it has managed to come with me wherever I go. There's an interesting question.
Let's come back to shame. So
okay, what's the definition?
Shame?
The definition of shame to you is what?
Embarrassment, regret, humiliation about something that is probably a very natural way of being human.
I like
what
those
would it be for
definitions. No, I think you're absolutely right, and frequently it's a narrative that you gave yourself. You know,
right.
I've talked to people like that are drop dead gorgeous who don't think they're good looking, or someone who's totally skinny who thinks she's fat, or someone who's fat that thinks they're skinny. I mean, you know, it's just the way you put it in your mind. It's a narrative.
Well, I mean, body shame. I had a conversation recently with a woman who really has a lot of body shame, primarily about her vulva, and a lot of women really feel disgusted by their own body.
And you know what? I think if you ever go look at the Great Wall of Vaginas, I actually interviewed this guy, Jamie, what is his last name? I forgot already. He's out in Brighton, England. He has this huge wall of like 400 different vaginas. And a lot of women don't even know what theirs looks like. But I mean, you can just see the differences between
Are they vulvas or vaginas?
Well, I mean, he called it the Great Wall of Vaginas, maybe because people don't know what the term vulva is. But I imagine it's mostly I haven't seen the wall myself, which I would love to go see it one day with you. But
we can put that on our tour.
Put it on the tour. We're going to go to see, what's his name? God, Jamie something or other. I'm gonna have to look.
We should go to every sex museum around the world.
I want to go to the one in Japan for sure. The sex museum in Japan.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
So
add that to the list.
So back to the question at hand, though. As far as body shaming, and I know someone who is so ashamed of her vulva, and I interviewed a guy who actually performed vaginoplasties, because I mean, this whole movement at one point or another to make vaginas look a certain way happened in Germany, and also it didn't help with Barbie has no genitalia,
Yeah.
So my friend actually got some stuff removed, like some extra flaps of skin removed, because she was so uncomfortable with it. So
it's called labiaplasty.
Yeah.
And what they actually have a procedure called, one of the techniques is called the Barbie.
Right. It came from, I believe, the kink community that wanted to have people dressed all in like plastic or rubber or something, and that only had the showing of the vulva vagina area. So that's how it all started. The guy makes a nice living doing this.
Why do you think the word vulva is so hard for people to utilize? Because it's actually a much more descriptive word than vagina.
I know. When I think of vagina, I just think of the tunnel. Maybe right.
That is what. That's all the vagina is the inside tube.
But it's hard for people to say the word vagina. You guys say vagina.
It's like calling this the mouth.
That's not your mouth? For those of you on YouTube, she was saying, calling this the mouth. So, but I mean, it's so, I think only recently.
It's like calling the whole face the mouth.
But it's like literally only recently that people are comfortable even saying vagina. They call it the vajayjay, or the pussy, or the whatever, the wee-wees.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing I teach young parents is name the parts precisely.
Right.
Call an elbow, call a penis, call testicles, call a vulva,
Call a vulva a vulva. Do you guys on YouTube know the difference between a vagina and a vulva? Okay, I
Yeah,
have a
what's the
question
difference
here.
between a vagina and a vulva?
All right, we're going to switch gears here. Andrew is asking, do you think I should ask this woman I'm talking? The issue I have is I go to college with her at the moment, and I feel like it would be awkward if she doesn't have the same feelings. Andrew, I have talked about this on my podcast with my son, with a lot of people that have been in your position where they don't share their feelings about someone because they're so afraid of rejection or afraid that ruin the relationship. And it inevitably always helps if you have certain feelings for you to communicate and express them. And if she's not interested, you can still be friends. And it may be awkward, but awkward is sometimes they need to comfort. So I say go for it and talk to her about it. What do you think, Nance?
Well, if you don't try, you'll never know. And
Yeah.
I think we waste an awful lot of time
Thinking.
wondering if,
Circling.
instead of finding out. And
Right.
Maybe you don't want to find out she's not interested, but you're wasting your time.
Totally.
Either way, you're wasting time. So we only
Don't
have
waste time.
a finite amount of years on this earth. So why waste it?
As Wayne Gretzky says, you'll miss every shot you don't take.
Absolutely.
And then also, there's a very good book you can read, Andrew, and it's called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. Have you read it too, Nancy? You probably talked about it before.
No.
It's not the 5 seconds and you drop something on the floor and you have to eat it before, it's not that. It's that this Mel Robbins has written a book called 5-Second Rule, and it basically is where your brain, within 5 seconds, if you made a decision, you want to try something, or you want to ask someone out, or you want to talk to a coworker, or you want to make a decision, your brain within 5 seconds will tell you not to do it. So you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds to go and do it, act on it. I lead my life that way. There's so many times where when I have let my mind say, don't do it. And then later on I could kick myself. So I say, you got to say to yourself 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just do it.
Well, let me tell you, I had an incredible experience on Saturday. Incredible experience. I had a life-changing experience. We were invited, spur of the moment, to go with some friends of ours on a day trip. It happened to be, he happens to be very wealthy, and so he invited us to fly
I like
in his
having wealthy
helicopter
friends.
to Sonoma for a day at this exclusive gun club that hadn't even opened officially yet. It was like a big gun lodge. And so we flew in it, we went to his house. The helicopter picked us up at his house, and we flew to Sonoma, and we went shooting. I'm not a gun advocate. I mean, I'm afraid of guns.
Have you shot a gun before?
I have a couple of times in my life, but not for a very long time.
I have never.
So I was like very hesitant. I was resistant, I should say. I was resistant to put that gun in my hands. So after I watched it was only 4 of us. So after I watched a couple of my friends do this, I thought, I had a moment with myself where I went, okay, no, you can dig in your heels and not do it and say you don't like guns and have this judgment about guns, or you can seize the opportunity to at least try it and see how you feel.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah. And so, and the instructor, we had a private instructor. He was amazing, so gentle and so loving and so good.
You were not shooting at animals or people. You were just shooting at
clay pigeons.
Clay pigeons, yeah. And knowing you, I'm going to try to take a guess that you were the best one of the bunch.
Not the best, no. But I did
not the worst.
A few clay pigeons.
She did destroy.
Not the worst.
Like knowing you of course would be an expert with a very little training, because I just know you. That's pretty wild. So you could have let your mind. Oh, watching from the Philippines. I love the Philippines. Filipino people, I should say. I've never been to the Philippines, but that's on our bucket list too. Okay.
So that was only the first.
If you had let 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 go, you would not have had that experience.
So on the way back, there's more to the story. I'll tell you later. But on the way back, the pilot invited me to sit up front with him. And I got to fly a helicopter.
Oh, God. You flew the helicopter?
I flew the helicopter.
Whew. See, you're never too young to try new things. Were you scared to do this?
My God.
I'm scared to be in a helicopter.
It's been a lifelong fantasy of mine to fly a helicopter.
Naked or with clothes?
But, huh? No, with clothes. I didn't need to be naked. Honest to God. So when he turned over the controls to me and he taught me, he's been flying for 40 years, super great instructor. And I flew for 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Who else was in there with you?
Mark and this other couple, friend of ours. Yeah.
They put their life in your hands.
My face hurt because I was smiling so hard the whole time.
Is it like driving a boat?
No.
Oh. I mean, have
like
you ever been
a boat in the air?
Yeah. Have you ever been in a cockpit of a plane?
Uh-huh.
I mean, because I have been in a private plane's cockpit.
I flew one.
Of course you did. So this is not the first time you flew a private plane and a helicopter. Okay.
Right.
I literally was like freaked out because I was in the cockpit and it was raining really hard. And they're like, it was a private plane. And they're like, land the plane over next to that red barn over there. I'm like, what the hell? This is how I thought you used specific, calculations and everything as to where you should land the plane. But no, land it to the right of the barn, to the left of the bush. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. All right.
So
questions.
exciting. So
we got lots of other questions. I got to get to them, but I'm very proud of you.
I'm
very proud of you for taking those risks and enjoying yourself and making the most of it. And for those of you who have wondered if there's anything that Nancy has not tried, I haven't found it yet.
There's a list.
Rob says, I bet she did. Was his gun big? How did he shoot? Big gun in your hand. Yeah, was your gun big, by the way? Was it a rifle or a little pistol?
It was a rifle. It was a rifle. Yeah.
Rifle. I went out with a detective once who said he would take me to shoot guns because I kind of wanted to try it. I still would like to try it. But we never ended up doing it because I stopped dating him.
Oh.
But it would be a cool thing to do.
It was a great experience.
Yeah, I mean, all right, we got a lot of comments going on over here.
All right, read them off.
All right. Labiaplasty removes Dumbo ears. See, that's shaming of a person's vulva. Is it a vulva? The lips are the vulva, right?
Yeah, it's part of the vulva.
That's a shaming.
Yeah.
You shouldn't say something like that.
Right. Because every woman's vulva, it's like fingerprints. They're all going to be different.
It's like a snowflake,
Yeah.
And that's what's so cool about it. I think that, we all look differently.
Yeah.
You're looking at a lot of porn, and porn, a lot of times they have that removed too. Who knows what that?
If you start looking at real women.
Look at real women. That's why Don,
get the book 101 Vulvas.
Oh, 101 Vulvas. Could you reintroduce the other lady who you are? Don would like to meet you. Nancy?
Okay.
Here, I'm going to just do a little, oh, shoot. This could topple over the wine. There she is.
Don't do that. Hi. Hello, Dawn. How are you?
All right. So that's Nancy. She's a very close friend of mine and a doctor of sexology. She's a sexologist, right? Would you call yourself a sexologist? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I had some guy on Twitter try to shame me today because of my profession.
Oh, heck.
I get that a lot.
DeQuan is asking what our zodiac signs are. We are both Libras. Yes, we do love those Libra women.
Libra.
Adam, what is Jessie Dubai like in real life? Truthfully, I only know Jessie via Zoom. Jessie is a transgender porn star who was actually hitting on Cam at one point. We interviewed him for the podcast. We interviewed her for the podcast. Truthfully, Jessie is so much fun, so vivacious, so much energy, so hilarious. It had an incredible life. Just go and watch some or listen to the podcast of Sex Talk with My Mom featuring Jessie Dubai. I think you guys would all love it because she talks a lot about her growing up and the shaming she got. Her father beat her up when he found out.
Oh.
And meanwhile, the father was gay. So that's, kind of a double standard there. But I think that they've reconciled since. So, Rob, you're ex-Army. I'm ex-Army. Okay, so I guess you've shot a gun. Kappas don't think 5 seconds right for you, LOL. I don't know what some of these things mean. Anyway, if you got another question, put it on the comment box, either on YouTube or on Instagram. We did have let's see, let me see what's going on here. Oh, really nothing there. We already answered that question. Anything else that you wanted to cover regarding shame or regarding your helicopter flying experience?
Well, the one thing I wanted to just address quickly about shame is that, I think there's a lot of people who believe shame is beneficial. And so I just would ask people to look at how shame has influenced their decisions in their life, and especially personal shame, body shame, or sexual shame. Is it inhibiting you or preventing you from living your fullest, finest life?
Yeah.
And if it is, there is a way out of it. There is a way to heal shame, because shame is something that's been done to you, not something that's naturally arising.
Right.
You look at children, like little
no
kids.
shame.
They have no shame. They're body free. They love their bodies. They accept their bodies. They're free spirit. My two of my little granddaughters, they run around after bath every night. It's naked baby time. And they just run around, climb up on everything. They could care less. They're so comfortable in their skin. That's the way we were intended to live our lives.
Well, that's the way you live your life, that's for sure.
It is.
It's naked grandma time. All right. Listen,
naked Nana.
Naked Nana's time. We got a question from Sayan. How do you stay so sexy? How does one stay sexy?
It's a lot of work.
It is. It's a lot of fucking maintenance. You got to work it. You can't just sit back and eat bonbons and expect to stay as sexy as we are. No. The truth of the matter is it's a complete mindset. I think it's 100% right here. I've seen people of all shapes, sizes, colors, creeds, and it's all about the confidence. It's really
Tell me where you're from.
Oh, she wants to know where you're from. Ooh.
Yeah, tell us where you're from.
Yeah, where are you guys from? What's your zodiac sign? And what is the #1 trait cougars seek? Adam is asking about the #1 trait cougars seek. Hint, hint, it's in the book. Book Games Day Cougars. On Amazon. Free, Kindle Unlimited. #1 trait, I think.
Karen, give me one word. Give me one word that can sum up what cougars seek.
They seek confidence. They seek a confident person, right? It's the same. It's reversed the other way around too. I mean, that's why you think cougars or older women are exciting or attractive, because they're so confident and they've been around the block a few times and they kind of know they know what's going on. I mean, not that you can't know it younger, but it's about confidence.
Yeah,
and think about what you're attracted to, and then understand that older women or any woman is going to be attracted to the same type of thing. Now, don't confuse confidence with arrogance. That's not attractive. And I don't think you think that's attractive to be with an arrogant woman either.
Well, and I think if you're going into any situation with what you can offer the situation rather than what you can get from somebody else, you're going to be received with a whole different attitude.
Also,
if you feel like somebody's just trying to play you,
yeah,
you know, it's not going to work, especially with somebody that's older or more mature, has been around
older
the block.
women don't fall for don't play. Yeah,
they see that stuff coming a mile away.
You don't want to play games like that. And yeah, I think
games.
What?
Fuck games. Date cougar.
Fuck games. Yeah, I didn't even really. I meant it as like fuck the game playing. I didn't really mean fuck games. But now that
no, I know. That's why I was saying it. Fuck games, like date cougars.
No, but if you think about it, fuck games. Yeah. Or like this is about fuck games.
Or fuck games.
Gaurav, ma'am, I am just very much addicted to watching seducing things. Please tell me how to get rid of the bad habit. Now, seducing things, I'm assuming, is porn. Is that I'm guessing? Please answer my question. I am a fan from a very long time. Please, ma'am. I'm answering it. Here's my answer. If you are watching on or listening or reading and something is taking over your life to the point where you can't function, you need to look at yourself and figure out, well, you know, maybe I need to make some changes, and it's going to be hard work to do it, but you know, you can do it. You can stop an addiction or a compulsion or something that seems to be taking over your life by, you know, there's different methods, obviously, systematic desensitization, all these other things, but the best thing to do is, I think what you just did, which is you spoke about it out loud, and then maybe go to see a therapist if you need to, or, you know, go talk about it with someone who you're close to, but try to stop doing it. I think cold turkey might be the best way.
There are varying degrees. Not all of it's pathology. You know, you can enjoy.
Right. That's why
you can enjoy porn. But if it's taking the place of you being with real people.
Right.
But right now, during COVID, it may be taking the place of you being with real people. That doesn't make it an illness.
Okay.
So we have to be careful about pathologizing desire.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds like it sounds like it's bothering him.
Well, but
quote unquote, I'm very much addicted to watching seducing things. So when you say addicted, are you?
Where is he from?
Are you from the United States or from overseas? Okay. A lot of stuff going on in the chat right now that I'm trying to sort through to find out.
Okay.
Yes, Antoine needs help with getting high sex drive. I need ways to date anyone I want. I mean, okay. Yes, the answer to the question is yes. He's from overseas. From England. Okay. You asked where he's from. Is there a reason for that?
I mean, well, because different cultures will impart different beliefs around sexuality.
So in other words, is it in your mind that you're doing it too much because someone told you shouldn't, or your religion told you shouldn't, or you just think that you shouldn't be doing it at all? It's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal to watch,
do you have options? Do you prefer that over being with people?
Right. I've told the story a number of times where one of the guys I was with did not want to be with me because he was leaving early in the morning to go out of town. And he's like, I'd rather just stay home and whack off to porn. And when he came over, and he ended up coming over, when he came over, it turns out that he's like, yeah, damn, I would have almost missed this because I was, because it could be a laziness too, that you don't want to bother making the effort. But being with a real person to most people is preferable to being watching TV or computers or wherever. But maybe that's the only option you have.
For people who are socially awkward or who are lacking confidence, who have very little experience in relationships, or dealing with people that in a sexual way, they generally prefer being sexual with themselves because it's always available and it's generally not judgmental. So being sexual with yourself is okay. Now, does it interfere with your work, your friendships?
So I guess that's the main
your health
question.
Yeah.
Does it interfere with your life? Like anything, like alcohol. Is alcohol inherently bad? No. But I know people who have not been able to get through a day without drinking and have gotten in several car accidents and were imprisoned, in which case, obviously, there's a problem.
Right.
So, yeah.
So he should probably talk to a therapist.
We're recommending
this on YouTube.
Yes, Gaurav. I appreciate you being a big follower of mine, and I'm happy to be here for you. But again, because I'm not able to speak personally to you, you can message me on Patreon if you would like. But the truth is, maybe you need to sit down with someone and talk about it. Here, daily watching porn, it is interfering with my life. Okay, and you have some depression. It says
so you need to see a therapist to deal with that.
We'd like you to see a therapist if you could. There's a lot of sliding scale therapists out there, and ones that can do it over the internet now. A lot of people are doing it over Zoom, so I suggest you do that. You can even go see You can go see my friend Nancy over here on Instagram. She counsels people about this kind of thing, so you might want to talk to her about it. Antoine, I need help with my addiction to porn and transgender. Another one here. Antoine, again, there's nothing wrong with you being addicted or whatever you just called yourself to porn and transgender. It's a question of, is it bothering you? Is it really affecting your life? Yes, it's interfering with my life a lot. Okay, well, you too should probably, I need therapy. I have a lot of mental health issues in my life. Yeah, okay, get some help.
There's nothing to be ashamed about. This is where we
you know what? When you go to a therapist, I always think of it. I think it's a luxury to see a therapist. If you are able to sit and talk. I used to go into my therapist's office and I'm like, don't even bother like asking about the weather because I'm going I want to talk for an hour straight and I'm not going to ask you by yourself. I'm just going to talk and talk and talk. It's such a luxury to have someone who's just going to listen to you and help you through some stuff. And I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing a therapist. I think, in fact, it's a wonderful thing to do for everybody. There's a question from Rob going, what makes you sexual? Hormones? No. What makes anyone sexual? I mean, you got to, feeling relaxed. Being human makes you sexual.
I mean, we are sexual beings. It's not something that you go get. It's something that you already are.
Nancy, he wants to contact you for therapy. So how does he do that? It's
go to my website. drnsp.com.
drnsp.com.
Yep.
All right. There it is. I put it on YouTube so you can go afterwards and look her up. Do you
Somebody says, what does it mean when you to eat at the Y?
At the lunchbox at the Y. I've heard that one before. You know Erica Lauren, Karen. I know everybody says I look like her. So she's a porn star.
Eating at the Y is going down on a woman.
Yes, because it looks like a Y. Right. Love the confidence is there's no game playing. Yes, Bruce, this is true. What do you believe in astrology?
Here she goes.
Don't get me started. We don't even have enough time in the day. The answer to the question is yes, I believe in it. It's too coincidental. Yeah. Okay. I guess the questions here are just popping on air. There is fun in playing, just not games. Okay. Yeah, there's fun. It's fun to play. Your hair looks beautiful, Karen. Thank you. Yeah, Barud. Thank you for saying all these complimentary things. I'm just moving up, down.
We only got about 4 minutes left, so take a couple more questions.
Yeah, we got only a couple minutes because I'm going to see a movie at a drive-in. It's not even a movie. It's a TV show about dogs. And I'm bringing my dog.
In a drive-in?
Yes.
How fun is that?
It's
I
gonna
love
be
drive-in theaters. I'm
I
so
know.
glad they're coming back.
And I'm not even allowed to go to the bathroom, so I have to make sure to go to the bathroom before I leave to go to the.
Geez. Now, do you ever have sex while you're there?
In a drive-in?
Yeah.
Me, I've never been to a drive-in since I was like probably 16. I don't know. I doubt I'll be having sex because I'm going to be too enamored with the dog drama. Would you have sex? Of course. We've got our ass in the air, looking, barking like the dogs.
I would probably just do a doggy style in honor of the doggy movie.
That's what I'm saying. One last question. What are your thoughts on the social hypocrisy as it pertains to masturbation implements? For example, the acceptance of the female use of dildos and vibrators versus male masturbation devices, sex dolls, etc. Adam, it sounds like you are having a little judgment call on vibrators versus male masturbation, sex dolls. Here's the thing. Oh, thank you for that super chat here, Rob Jones. Thank you very much. Here's the thing, Adam Mayo. It sounds to me like you're saying it's okay for women to use dildos, but it's not okay for men to use sex dolls. Right? Is that where you're going with this? What do you think? And I think
maybe he's been shamed about it.
Have you been shamed about this? Because if you are, let us know.
I apologize for the world for shaming you for that, because you have every right to enjoy a sex toy as much as a woman would.
That's right. We both agree.
I'm in favor of all the sex toys for men. There's some incredible ones out there.
Right. Now, here's the deal. Sex dolls.
Ask him if he knows about the Venus.
Do you know anything about the Venus?
The Venus.
Well, sex dolls and sex robots are here right now already. I've interviewed.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look and feel like actual humans. Again, if you are only picking the sex doll over your spouse, that's something that maybe needs to be explored if that's the case. But I think that's where I would change.
I think there are a lot of people that will never have a spouse.
Right, you're never going to have a spouse.
Never have a lover.
Right. So we don't think there's a stigma attached to it. Or
a sex doll is a great option.
Especially a robot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I am all for anything that brings joy and pleasure to a person's life. We cannot sit in judgment of it. Go for it. Enjoy it. Life is short.
All right. So Adam also uses dildos and don't see a problem with those either. Okay. We don't see a problem with you using dildos. Just enjoy yourself. And you know what? I'm going to go enjoy myself. I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank Rob Jones for giving a super chat. I want to thank my partner in crime, my Wild Women with Wine partner, Nancy. And if you want to reach Dr. Nancy, she's here on Instagram as Dr. NSP?
Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce.
Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce.
You can find me a couple places. Yep.
You can find her all over the place. She's drinking wine. She's having fun. She finished it. I'm like sipping. I'm like way behind her. Anyway.
That's because you're going on a date. So
I'm going on a date with me, with my boyfriend and my dog. Can't get better than that.
Awesome. No.
All right, you guys. If you have questions, make sure that you send them to me because I will bring them up. I promise I will not screw it up and
next time copy them and put them on our common notes so we can both have them. Okay?
Yeah, we actually take notes for this. I love you guys. We do.